You guys, I know you're pretty much like I am. You're not franchise, started mom and pop. And my question is, I heard you talking about like hospital marketing and power partners. Well, I usually can get into an account really like quickly. That's the easy part. I can get in, I can schedule a lunch and learn. But my question is, how do I continue with that account after the lunch and learn? Like, what are some reasons that I can continue to go back? Because you do the gifts and you do the activities, and then it's like Steve says go every week, but I don't. Am I just dropping in saying hi?
That's a very good question. So go ahead, Renee. Reasons for drop-by visits. I'm going to do a whole presentation on that at 3 o'clock, but hear from Renee because she's doing it.
Okay. Good question. Well, the first thing after the lunch and learn is you want to write out handwritten thank you notes to everybody that was in attendance. So I always have an attendance sheet, so they put their names down so they can address the cards by name. Go back in and try to personally hand it to them. Some of them, of course, are not available, especially if they're in the hospital. They may be out on the floor and you can't get to them, but they have boxes possibly you can put it in. Okay. But I always at least try to see the social worker and maybe the executive director or the marketer. And the marketer usually is the person that you know, so they can help you find possibly the other people. And then when I continue to go back, it's like, how are you guys doing? Always have a reason. I have a lot of articles that are good for them. One-page article they can read at lunch. So, if you have a great big long article, they're not probably going to ever read it, but they're written by my ghostwriter, so it says my name on there. Okay. I wrote it, but I didn't really write it. But, so you're taking this article, wow, do like a Steve, impression. Wow, I just read this article. You guys are going to love this. It's going to help you, as you're working with your people, and something that's to their benefit. What can you do to make their job easier, to benefit them? Of course, there's always every holiday you want to take in your costume. You want to go in and Christmas, Peter and I were elves, so we show you the pictures. We're glad to show you some. But a reason to visit. Taking an article, you're taking in candy at Halloween, you're taking in, sometimes you can't take things to the social workers especially, but you can always give them an article. You can tell them what's happening. You can tell them an event that you're involved in that you'd like to see them come to that they might want to tell their people about. Anything like that. So I'll be glad to talk to you more about it.
So that was an excellent answer. And so what I'm loving here, and a lot of times what is that? What she's saying here is a process. It's a complete process. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up of what I'm going to talk about later on today, but dropping into an account, drop-by visits. So this presentation you see right here, she's talking about bringing an article. That allows us to strike up a conversation. She's talking about sponsoring an activity. That is a reason to show up and spend hours at an account because I'm sponsoring an activity, promoting other people's events, bringing tchotchkes. These are all reasons to show up to get those 8 to 12 visits that I talked about before. So Rene explained the process that I'm going to show you later on today. But when you do this consistently, you always have a fresh reason for being there, and that's going to help you to get the results that you're after. Why don't we go to you on the end, Rachel? Talk a little bit about your drop-by visits.
My drop-by visits typically include a reason to stop by. I always have to have a reason, whether that be an item like Rene was explaining, but I have a top 20 account that I visit weekly. And on Mondays, I am in the office, I make a calendar with every reason to stop by every single account that I'm going to go to that week. I take in client reports, I take in risk readmission reports, and then I just do drop-in visits if I don't have a client to update them about. Like Rene said, then I bring in some kind of article, some kind of CEU event. CEU events are huge for our case managers and hospitals, where I can invite them to that because they get credit for those events that we also sponsor. So that's what I look into doing as well, just sharing events, sharing something with them that is valuable. I know a lot of our case managers and social workers and hospitals and rehabs, they don't have time to speak with you unless it's regarding a client or someone that is at risk. So that's what I look at doing, is just bringing them valuable information that's going to benefit them, so I don't have to be another pest or another marketer that they've seen for the 100th time that day.
Something that she was talking about that I really want to highlight here, you see on the screen, I pulled it up, is the top 20. She focuses her effort on 20 accounts. Now that's something that's very different. I want to say one of the biggest difference between this program, and I'm also going to say the part of the reason why so many people are successful with doing this versus other systems out there is other systems it's a numbers game. Just keep going, hit as many places as possible, and that's fine. That's a surface. Imagine having a net that's 10,000 feet this way and 10,000 feet this way, but it's only an inch deep. We're not developing any relationship. We're not developing any connection. We go in and out and just ask for business, and that's not productive. That doesn't work. This is very strategic. The net may be 10,000 feet this way, but only like 2 or 3 feet out, but it goes down 10,000 feet deep within the accounts. Fewer accounts, 20, to give 80% of our time to developing a relationship with everybody within that account, just like that. And this is what they're all saying. This is exactly what they're doing. They're going in. Notice when they do an activity, that's through the activities person. When they drop in and they talk to a director of nursing, they talk about patients, giving updates on the patients that they've taken home. Same thing with the social worker. I heard Rene mention make the social worker's job easier. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about that, right? The marketing person collaborating on events, something I talked about earlier. That's somebody we see. That's who we talk about with that specific person. These are all the things that we should be doing in a focused effort in 20 accounts. Part of the reason why I say 20 accounts, because I know if you do this right, you could develop 4 or 5 out of those 20 accounts and generate 25 to 30 clients a year from 4 or 5 places. There's your 100 plus in a year. That's what it's all about. It does not take that many places to get that kind of results, but you have to follow the program and execute it as everybody on here is.
Just say yes.
You have to come.
Oh, definitely go.
I would say come.
Absolutely do it.
Don't even think about it. Come to the events.
Without a doubt, do it.
It's a worthwhile investment.
Go. You need this.
Folks, I've been doing this for almost a decade now. I've trained thousands of people, and if you've never been to one, you're missing out. Don't think about it. Maybe, just do it. Just do it. Just click below, sign up, do it, and I'll see you